Welcome back. This is Module 1, Lesson 2, Vision. In this lesson, you will learn how to craft a vision for your organization. In Lesson 1, we created your mission statement, which tells the world what your organization is all about. In this lesson, we will discuss your vision, which is what your organization will be in the future. Dr. Martin Luther King, in his famous speech, said, "I have a dream." Dr. King was describing the vision he had for America, and that speech is one of the greatest speeches ever given, as he appeals not to how things are, but how they could be. Your nonprofit is your dream, and the vision for your nonprofit is what inspires you and others to fulfill their calling. What is the definition of vision? The dictionary defines vision as the act of anticipating that which will or may come to be. What this means to you is that your vision paints the picture of your organization in the future, and once written, can help you stay on track by providing markers and milestones. You are the visionary of your organization. The dictionary defines visionary as a person of unusually keen foresight. It is your message and voice that can change the world. And it is so important that you're able to share your mission and your vision to the world so that others can see and feel what your organization is all about and get on board. What is a vision for your organization? Well, the vision is a written description of where you see the organization in the future. It can be a few sentences or several pages in length. And to create a vision, you must stretch the boundaries of your imagination. Don't concern yourself with limitations or what you don't have right now. Your vision is everything that is possible without limitations. For example, one of the nonprofits that we have worked with was started by a 17-year-old girl with brain cancer, Caitlin Duvall. She's had 3 operations and her cancer is now inoperable. Caitlin's vision is to create a camp for children with serious illnesses and their parents so that they can be together. And even though she's faced with a life-threatening situation and has spent more time in the hospital than she has with her senior class, Caitlin was able to get her nonprofit started and approved by the IRS and is now raising money to build her vision, the Dreaming Star Ranch. Caitlin isn't focused on her limitations, she's focused on the possibilities. It's important to describe in as much detail as you can imagine what your organization looks like in the future. Really see it in your mind's eye. Remember Kiva, the nonprofit lender? Kiva was just a vision of 2 college students back in 2003. By 2005, they funded their first 7 loans, totaling $3,500. Through March 2012, Kiva has funded over $300 million for loans in Africa. And 80% of these loans are made to women to help them start small, sustainable businesses. You can find a link to Kiva's story and read their original vision in the members area. Most importantly, create the organization you want. Get committed to your vision. Starting and operating a nonprofit is not easy, and there may be times when you will want to quit. It's your vision that provides the motivation to continue with your important mission. Describe your vision as the big picture goal and impact. Another one of our nonprofits has been working with street people in the Bay Area for over a dozen years. As you can imagine, it's not always easy. And yet when they quantify how many meals they serve per week, 750, or how much clothing that's been distributed, or how many lives they've saved by providing drug and alcohol counseling, they can see their vision and the results in action. So when you develop your vision, imagine what others will see, feel, and experience. Start by describing the physical items. What does your facility look like? How many people work there? Are they volunteers, employees, or both? What sounds will visitors hear? Is there music playing? Do you have a logo or a brand? Is your agenda perhaps outside in nature, or where the people or animals or the environment is that you're helping? What does that look like? Be specific and describe. Next, think about the impact your organization has or will have on others. How has your organization changed lives, improved the environment, mentored children, provided education, helped an animal, inspired faith, given someone a meal, or simply demonstrated that someone out there cares, what will that feel like to you, your volunteers, and most importantly, to the people or agendas that you are supporting? And ask yourself this question: what would the world be like if your organization didn't exist? Who would be doing what you do? What would happen if there weren't people like you out there who put others before themselves? One of the folks we have helped start a nonprofit started an animal shelter in a third world country. And veterinarians come from the US and Canada once a month to sterilize dogs and cats for free. They also provide education to the local community for the care and compassion of animals. This nonprofit has prevented the unnecessary suffering of thousands of animals by providing a service that simply would not exist if it were not for them. Your agenda is important. That's why you're here. Your vision is your true calling. To create a lasting vision, you need to tie your vision to markers and milestones. Picture what the organization will be doing 90 days from now, then 1 year, then 3 years, and 5 years from now. How much of an impact will your organization have in the world over the next 5 years? Can you see it? Write it down. Be specific. Let's take a minute and look at our fictional nonprofit, We Lead Inc.'s vision for the future. We Lead Inc. has paired thousands of at-risk young men and community role models, creating a brighter future for boys and men who otherwise may have dropped out of school, turned to crime, or ended up as victims of street violence. Our program graduates have completed college, become leaders in business, the military, and their local communities, and are now mentoring others and giving back. Our volunteers have raised tens of millions of dollars to build recreation centers in dozens of inner cities. We Lead Inc. has expanded programs nationally to include mentoring programs for girls and preteens. And We Lead Inc. has been featured on 60 Minutes, The Wall Street Journal, The Washington Post, and hundreds of other media outlets. Now that's a pretty big vision. Do you feel a vision like this would inspire others? Now for your assignment. I want you to write a few paragraphs about your organization's vision. And we would love it if you would share your vision with us by emailing it to review@nonprofitadvisor.org. When writing your vision, don't be afraid to use your imagination and think big. And be sure to share the vision with the people you serve, your donors, your volunteers, and your team members. Now you understand how to create a vision for your organization. Celebrate the win and give yourself a pat on the back. Congratulations. And by the way, I want to give you a sneak peek at Lesson 3, Values. Have your key team members watch Lesson 3 with you if possible. And even if they can't, make sure that you watch Lesson 3. Visionaries, I'll see you on the next lesson.